You're about to learn something that most people didn't expect. AWS Bedrock is now requiring companies using its AI models to share data with Anthropic. That's right, the company behind Claude is now getting access to data from Bedrock users. This isn't just a small change, it's a major change in how AI models are trained and how data is shared. Think of it like a secret handshake between two big players in the AI world. But why would AWS do this? And what does it mean for your data? This isn't just about AI, it's about control, competition, and the future of how we use AI in our daily lives. And here's where it gets interesting. This move is part of a larger trend in the AI industry that's reshaping the way we think about data and technology. So, what's the big deal, and why should you care? Let's break it down. To understand this, we need to go back a few years. AWS Bedrock is a collection of AI models that companies use to build their own AI applications. Anthropic, on the other hand, is the company behind Claude, a powerful AI model that's known for its conversational abilities. Now, AWS is requiring companies using Bedrock to share some of their data with Anthropic. This is a big deal because it means that the data from Bedrock users is now being used to train Claude. Think of it like a secret recipe. The data from Bedrock users is being used to improve Anthropic's model. But why would AWS do this? Well, it could be a way to strengthen their partnership with Anthropic and ensure that their models are competitive in the AI space. This move is part of a larger trend in the AI industry, where companies are increasingly sharing data to improve their models. This data sharing isn't just about improving models, it's about control. By requiring companies to share data with Anthropic, AWS is ensuring that the data used to train Anthropic's models is coming from a wide range of sources. This helps to create a more diverse and robust model. But there's a catch. This data sharing could raise privacy concerns. Companies using Bedrock may be required to share sensitive data with Anthropic, which could have implications for data privacy. Think of it like a puzzle. The more pieces you have, the better the picture, but sometimes those pieces can be tricky to put together. This move is also part of a larger strategy to ensure that AWS and Anthropic remain competitive in the AI space. By sharing data, they can continue to improve their models and stay ahead of the competition. Let's take a real-world example. Imagine a company that's using AWS Bedrock to build an AI chatbot. This company would need to share some of its data with Anthropic to help improve their model. This data could include customer interactions, user queries, and even personal information. While this can help improve the chatbot's performance, it also raises questions about data privacy. The company may not have control over how this data is used or who else gets access to it. This is a common issue in the AI industry. The more data you share, the more you risk losing control over it. This move by AWS is part of a larger trend where companies are increasingly sharing data to improve their models, but it also comes with significant risks. This isn't just about AWS and Anthropic, it's part of a larger trend in the AI industry. Other companies are also sharing data to improve their models. For example, Google and Meta have both been working on models that use data from multiple sources. However, the way they are doing it is different. AWS and Anthropic are requiring companies to share data, while Google and Meta are using data from their own users. This approach has its own set of challenges. It can be difficult to ensure that the data is being used responsibly. The key difference is that AWS and Anthropic are creating a new model where data is shared across companies, while Google and Meta are using data from their own users. This move by AWS is part of a larger strategy to ensure that their models are competitive and that they can continue to improve their AI capabilities. The implications of this move are significant. For companies using AWS Bedrock, it means that they may have to share more data than they anticipated. This could lead to increased costs and potential privacy concerns. For Anthropic, it means that they have access to a wider range of data, which could help improve their models. However, there are also risks. The more data you share, the more vulnerable you are to data breaches and misuse. This is a delicate balance between innovation and privacy. The AI industry is moving quickly, and companies are constantly trying to find ways to improve their models while also protecting user data. This move by AWS is part of that ongoing struggle between innovation and responsibility. It's a reminder that as AI continues to evolve, so do the challenges and risks associated with it. If you're a company using AWS Bedrock, you need to understand what this data sharing means for you. It's important to review your data usage policies and ensure that you're comfortable with how your data is being used. You may need to update your data sharing agreements to reflect this new requirement. It's also a good idea to consult with legal and compliance teams to ensure that you're meeting all the necessary requirements. For Anthropic, this move means that they have access to a wider range of data, which can help improve their models. However, they also have a responsibility to ensure that this data is used responsibly. This is a complex issue that requires careful consideration and planning. As AI continues to evolve, companies will need to find ways to balance innovation with responsibility. So what does this mean for the future of AI? It means that data sharing is becoming more common in the AI industry and that companies are finding new ways to improve their models. However, this also raises important questions about data privacy and responsibility. As AI continues to evolve, it's important to stay informed and understand the implications of these changes. If you're a company using AWS Bedrock, you need to be aware of the data sharing requirements and ensure that you're meeting them. If you're a user, you need to be aware of how your data is being used and what steps you can take to protect your privacy. This is a rapidly changing field, and staying informed is key. So what's next? Well, the AI industry is moving fast, and there's a lot more to come. Stay tuned for more updates on how these changes are shaping the future of AI.